Get my tripod.
What's
Go
going on,
ahead.
everybody? We are back again with another segment of AJ and AJ Red and the Crew. I'm back again with my girls. Of course, you guys know we have been gone for a while, but we're back again with a couple of topics we deemed worthy of us getting on here, sipping and talking to some bullshit over. But before all that, if you are new to the channel, please go ahead now and hit the subscribe bell so that when we do go live with this show on Wednesday nights, you'll be one of the first ones to be in the live. I'm sorry, in the comment section to talk some shit with us and shoot the bull and all that bullshit there. Also, make sure to hit the thumbs up button after this video has posted, and please make sure to share this live if you just so happen to make it with another friend, family member, another cousin, or shit. If you can't make it until after the party, then still share it with somebody. But with all that being said, I guess welcome back, ladies. Y'all, where y'all at? Y'all on here?
We
I'm
on, we
right
on.
How's everybody been since we last met?
here. Last minute.
It's been a struggle for me, but I'm good.
Struggle bus?
Oh,
Yeah, because you
yeah.
had a couple of things going on.
The holidays can really throw you for a loop there.
Yes. How was your holiday?
It was really good. I was totally in seclusion, in an undisclosed location.
I
So,
guess you was.
so that is always fabulous when I'm able to do that.
I mean, it was so undisclosed. The shit you better got in the series the last time we did the show last week. You was
I hope
somewhere else
you
in
enjoyed your
hibernation.
time wherever you were.
Yeah, I had to take a little step away out of the country. So,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's always good. That helps out the soul and shit.
It's the fact that she's so
Everybody doesn't
selfish.
have that kind of money,
I'm gonna
but
say it's the
we
fact that
cool.
she's
I'm gonna
selfish,
figure it
baby.
out.
She ain't take nobody else with her.
I mean,
She's
ain't
look,
calling
selfish.
nobody for a tag along. Nobody.
listen.
Were you meeting somebody out there or?
Whoever needed to be out there was there.
Okay, that's what
I ain't
I'm
got
talking.
time. I ain't got time. I'm too sleepy for the whole situation, bitch. I'm ready to go to bed on that note.
I know
I'm
that's
sleepy.
right.
Hmm.
So, but
Baby,
Warrior
she
Mom,
sucked.
how was your holiday?
My holidays was great. It was amazing until everybody decided to get sick after the fact. But
Ew.
other than that, I mean, hey, I hosted Thanksgiving in my home for the first time,
It's
Oh,
and
beautiful. It's
yes.
beautiful. It's a
it
beautiful thing.
yeah, it was pretty nice. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Like
That's
I
Yep.
kind
was
of
ready
fitted
for
because when I
everybody to
called you, you was
leave.
busy putting in a lot of wrist work.
Yeah, I mean, I literally cooked everything. Yeah, but I won't do that again. But I mean,
I bet
I
so.
cooked, I cooked everything. Um, yeah, I was just ready for everybody to leave after a while, though. Like,
And Chocolate Girl, how was your holiday? All the way not over.
I had a very interesting holiday. I actually cooked a whole meal for my grandmother, my mom's side of the family. We had a good time that Wednesday. And then that Thanksgiving Day, I cooked cornbread dressing and baked macaroni and cheese for my dad's side of the family.
So you
So I
putting in
had a
some wrist
pretty,
work too.
yes, I had a pretty good time and came home a little earlier than expected, but I had a good Thanksgiving.
I'm
That's
trying to
good. I
open this
told y'all
damn
about
wine.
me.
Oh, I finally got it
I
open.
told y'all
Woo.
I just cooked some gumbo and some sweet potato pie and sat the fuck down and watched Netflix and Hulu and Tubby and shit like that and just relax. Just chill the fuck out, save some gas, some mileage, all
Okay.
that shit, some rub on my tires. I didn't do no traveling. Although I was invited to several places,
Of
it just
course.
felt it just felt so right just to be here with some pajamas on,
Oh
with
yeah.
some Crown, some Crown Royal, some Hennessy or some shit. After
mm,
you got real good and full, and then after it's all said and done, I was full. I ate twice, got very full, and got a little liquored up. The beautiful part about it was I had to drive nowhere to get home. I just had to take a stumble up the stairs and just go ahead and lay the fuck down.
Yep, there you
well,
go.
What I mean, what happened after you got liquored up though? That's I
Uh,
mean, I'm being a little petty. Like
I went smelt my sheets and tussled with them sheets and smelt my pillow.
mm,
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Cause after having not drank for a while and just sitting around the house just liquoring it up, it took me a minute to get myself my composure and get my wits about myself to get on upstairs. And by the time I got up that shit, it was all about the journey, and the journey was completed when I finally made it up the stairs to that bed. So, you know.
Mm,
But anyway, now that we got all the pleasantries and shit out the way, Trika. Warrior Mom was trying to figure out what the fuck it was I was doing as I went upstairs, but we passed that time. So anyway,
mm,
jumping into tonight's show, we have a bunch of crazy shit on the roster to talk about. And won't you join us? Of course. Anyway, one of the main topics tonight was one that we've been on the center for quite a while.
now wait,
We have
now
planned.
wait, now wait.
Well,
If
can
you
you give
if
me a second to introduce the damn topic before you go to cut me off? While you over there still trying to
wait,
open your wine?
I'm, I'm, I'm telling you, wait, give me a minute if we finna get on that topic. That's all I'm saying because I'm
You
trying to
need to
get
be cooking
myself
with your
together.
pouring. You know, hurry the hell on up and pour this goddamn wine and come on, sit your ass down. We can talk about the people in the comment section waiting.
How was y'all Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Shit, we done already talked about that shit. Um, and we got a lot
Wait
planned for the
a
show. So
minute. Why?
so
Wait
bring
a
it
minute. I
bring your drunk
thought.
ass on over here to the camera and get ready.
Okay, but I thought that there was a other. Go to another topic. Damn.
I got this already lined out. I don't feel like jumping around to another topic. Bring your ass
Okay, go
to the
ahead. Go
thing.
ahead. Start it. Start. Go ahead. Start.
Now, what was I at? Okay, yeah. So the first topic
That's
we're gonna
your
get on
problem
tonight
now.
is um, basically Puff Daddy. Y'all know he's been P Diddy has been in the headlines on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Twitter, TikTok, and all this other shit. With all these sexual assault allegations and lawsuits with Cassie. And so now we have another case that Diddy is now been named in with sexual assault with what was during the time the sexual assault happened was a 17-year-old female. And so the girl has I would say some shocking allegations, but after what we've seen that P. Diddy was capable of, I don't really think P. Diddy really shocks me anymore with his antics. The girl was saying he had a twisting on his nips and whatnot so he can get an orgasm
Oh,
and had
you
a
read
sucking
the.
penis. Oh yeah,
You
I read
read
the
it.
report. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Had a
Okay.
sucking on his stangalang in the bathroom and stuff. So who want to take the lead on this one? I think Ari, since you brought this to us, I think you should go ahead and start us off.
Well, I read the report, and it
Allegedly, let me
was
just say allegedly, because we ain't got time.
yeah.
We ain't got no
Well,
money to
well,
be
I
giving away.
did read the report. That wasn't allegedly. I read the lawsuit, and it it starts off by going into detail about his previous lawsuits, his 3 or 4 previous lawsuits that he has had. Um, the Jane Doe in question was 17. And his business partner saw her in the club and kept telling her, oh, he was Diddy's best friend. And Diddy would like her and he could get her in the studio. I didn't quite understand why that was in the mix because at no point does it say that the girl was a singer or or
That's just to get her
entertainer.
there. That's just to get her there.
So uh he gets allegedly he gets Diddy on the phone. Diddy asks, does she want to come out there? And apparently this is I don't know if this is in New York. Like I know at one point, like I think she's in Detroit, but they were
Hmm.
going to New York. I think that's
Yeah.
how it went. But he sent a private jet to get the child,
Hmm.
and him and to the friend uh got her liquored and drugged up, allegedly,
Mm.
and took turns uh having sex, raping her, allegedly, in the bathroom of the studio. Uh
That's what I read. Yeah.
and she was, yes, and she was facing it was over the sink, and she was facing the mirror. And allegedly Diddy went first, then this third assailant that they haven't named, and then the friend.
Hmm.
And she has the pictures of her being there, and at that time she's sitting on his lap.
So what I didn't read in the report was like how long ago was this that all of this took place?
It was, I think, 2003. She was 17, so
So
she's 37.
just about the year
Mm.
around about. Okay, well, damn. So anybody else have any comments or any intel they want to add? Warrior
Mm-mm.
Mom, Chocolate Girl.
Mm-mm. He did everything they say he did.
Yeah, look now, whatever his charges will be, let it be. That's all I can say.
Now he has come out with a statement saying that he will prove, he's not guilty of any of this.
Mm.
Which one of
But
his personalities
he
did it?
hasn't been able to
I mean,
prove
he's
himself
Diddy.
innocent of any of this.
Love.
He's Love. He's Puff Daddy. He's Sean. Like, which I mean, who is he defending?
Um,
I don't know.
it just seems to me it's like how can you now say that you're gonna be able to prove that you were innocent of these charges when in the end in the past here just recently just naming Cassie alone you weren't able to prove it then you weren't even willing to as a matter of fact when pressured you've been under pressure and decided to bow out and pay versus taking the shit to court. You know, you wasn't interested in saying I can prove her wrong or
Now
prove her
they
innocent.
also included Bad Boy Records Entertainment, one of them. So they also included one of the companies because it took place at the studio.
Wow. Yeah,
So it sounds
I
like
just feel like a lot of them getting ready to come down. Because
Hmm.
a lot of people they're older now and they know, not even saying that money is involved, but now they know that they can't speak out.
Right.
Because back then, those celebrities had the power to actually kill you, have you just marked wrongly and unfair.
Apparently,
And
him anyway.
yeah, so now they want to go ahead and talk and step up and say what they have to say. But
well, I
when
mean, it's a good thing that they're choosing to do that,
oh yeah,
and I agree with you. The fact that during that time when it all took place, there wasn't like social platforms or places you can actually give an
be
account or a
heard.
recording. Yeah, giving a
Hmm.
recording of basically saying, okay, well, this motherfucker talking about killing me. So if I come up missing, then this is what happened. Nowadays, you can actually record that statement and leave it somewhere, hoping that you don't have to actually post that motherfucker or somebody got to see it because they about to go sing Obeys and Grace over here some Sunday coming.
Yeah,
But hopefully to bring more awareness to the situation that individual is currently dealing with. And again, like you said, it brings to light to several others who've been dealing with it and it brings them to the forefront to speak out also. It just seems like another walk of the green mile per R. Kelly, per Bill Cosby, per, you know, some of these other business mogul men that have been taken down or brought to our attention as to the bullshit that they was doing behind the scenes over there rubbing on people's cooters and danglings and buttholes and whatnot when people are
Hmm.
not, over there twiddling. Because let's just be honest, he'd have been accused of doing it all. He'd have been accused of, you know, wrangling. He'd have been accused of forcibly, getting head. Like this girl here just
I have
said
a
in the end,
question. I have a question. If y'all could go back to the 90s, rewind time per se, would you want to?
I would.
for the sake of what?
If you you could do that, would you want to stay here in this in the current time, or would you rather go back in the 90s?
I would
Uh,
rather go back.
I think I'd rather go back. I don't. Things weren't as bad back then
There would be
as
one
it is
stipulation for me. I
now.
would have to go back with the same knowledge I have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The only
Okay,
stipulation I
that's
will go back to the
that's
'90s.
fine.
I can maintain, but the knowledge I have now is would be a whole lot more beneficial to me in that time then hell than it even is now.
Yeah,
It would
because
be double
in the
beneficial.
'90s we was what, teenagers, and we did some stuff. But
Well,
it
not
is.
only, but we were also blinded to things like what we see now
Hmm.
that took place so many decades ago when we were kids.
Yeah.
People that we not idealized, but people that we looked up to, and aspects to their music or their acting skills or whatever have you
Hmm.
that they had to offer to the industry. We looked up to these people not knowing that they were doing so many fucking devious things and so many satanic things and so many
Hmm.
illegal things, to people from that day up until the present. So that's one of the things we were not privy to.
Right.
Okay. So let me hold up. Let me back up for a minute, y'all. Y'all know how we do. Um, we need to acknowledge the comments. We got Rose. Hey, Rose.
Hey,
Um,
Hey,
Rose.
Rose, easy. I've been
thank
trying to type in the
you.
comments, but I'm a
Right.
little.
And no, you weren't late. We were actually a little late.
Yeah,
She also
we
wants to
were.
know how can one become a part of the panel. She says P Diddy gonna make a lot of bloggers rich, definitely. Of course,
Most
AJ
definitely.
plays too much. Yeah, AJ be with the bullshit.
All
What I
times.
They
do?
like that, like when OJ said he was gonna find Nicole's killer. Right, you're right. P Diddy and R Kelly about to make hits in the penitentiary. That's exactly what they gonna do. That's
Hmm.
what they
Exactly.
need to do.
They
So
probably got to. They probably and P Diddy. He's so soft. He got to lay around and hook up with R Kelly anyway, so they can start making some kind of beats or hits, so they can have a little something on their books to make sure he don't
I
get
was
rump
gonna
rank.
say,
Because I
cause
know they're
that's the
gonna fuck the
only
shit out
way,
of Puff Daddy.
and
They're
that's
gonna
the.
fuck the
I
shit out of P
mean,
Diddy in the
that's the
prison
only
system.
way R. Kelly gonna be able to get a little money on his books. Cause right now, anything he make on there, they taking it. So he gonna
Yep.
Yeah,
have to
of
go through
course.
Diddy.
Well,
So
it's
he gonna
gonna be
have to
the
go
same
through
thing
Diddy
with
for
Diddy,
that.
because by the time Diddy is done, by the time Diddy done is done, he's gonna be paying all his assets out to some a couple of more victims, because again, once it's all said and done, more people are coming forward. So when it's all said and done, basically, the bottom line is they're gonna fuck them curls straight up out of P Diddy's head over there in the penitentiary. They gonna fuck a relaxer in his shit.
He's gonna be Lady Love.
Maybe he
Oh
gonna
my
have a whole lace
god.
front in
Lady
that bitch.
Love.
Sister Sabubio on that bitch is what he's gonna
Oh
be.
my god.
Sister Sledge. Cause they gonna get him. He and then when you're not gonna be getting no caviar and shit. And everybody knows, like, of
You're
course,
not gonna be getting no caviar and
yeah,
shit.
people like
He ain't gonna
Honeycomb.
Martha
be
Stewart and
he ain't
all
gonna be
them
throwing no
got to
parties
live
on
be
no
in one of them
yacht.
lush places. Yeah, you're not gonna be doing none of that shit. You're gonna be in there
Ain't no
getting 4 hots
parties
in
on
the
the
cat,
yacht. None of
or
that.
3 hots in the cat. Bread and water, bread and water, bread and water is all you're gonna get. And that's
I
really all his
mean,
ass deserves.
Hey
I mean,
Geraldine, welcome to the
50
show.
cents. 50 Cent said that he needs to go ahead and file backwards.
56 say they could be friends after that.
Yeah,
He was trying to borrow some
after
of his
he
shit,
buys.
isn't he?
Yeah, he trying to buy Revolt, I think.
Yep,
And quite frankly, it's a good business move, because you see right now a lot of the shit that he got going on, he's having to step down from a lot of seats.
Hmm.
definitely.
Um,
He's
for
losing a lot
years,
of
Oh
endorsements.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
yeah.
are. He is definitely losing a lot
That's what
of
I was waiting
endorsements.
on. I was waiting on the endorsements to start pulling out because that's exactly what was gonna happen. As soon as
Hmm.
I said it,
And
Well,
they
when
don't
you
play
when you
when it
see
comes to
endorsements
that.
being pulled, there's some validity to what the
there
fuck is
you
going
go.
on in the background.
Hmm.
Yep,
So
yep.
when you hear about all the bullshit going on with a celebrity, especially a big one, don't fret too much until you hear Adidas or Nike pulling out, and Comcast and all them big brand name motherfuckers pulling out. Now there's trouble in paradise.
Right, right.
With that itself, that's confirmed.
Hey, so how can I get
So
into?
do y'all think this young lady gonna win this lawsuit?
Yes.
She,
I
Yeah.
think
yeah,
they're gonna sell again because it's a
yeah.
company involved.
Mhm.
And she got pictures of her in this said studio at this said company.
Oh yeah.
And
And
she's 17. What was she doing
Uh,
there?
if that was the case, if
wait.
I'd have run across P Diddy or P Diddy brother Love, XYX brother Love, whatever the fuck his name is, around
Who,
about that time, he was trying to groom me
whoever
like
he
he was
want to
like he
be
done did
today.
Usher or Bieber or all them boys. Guess what? I'd have probably took them same contract, but at the same time, as soon as he laid around and tried to tamper with my pamper, I'd have had that girl arrested. I'd have had that girl picked up Johnny on the spot. My contract already signed, so I'm getting what I need to get. My notoriety gonna be there. As soon as
So
he
let me
tried to
ask
tug with
y'all a
my hooker, it'd have been a
question.
whole problem.
Let me ask y'all a quick question. Who do you guys think is going to be the next person that be taken down?
Aaron Hall.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be next. But I'm talking about bigger than Aaron Hall.
Jamie Foxx.
I want to say Jay-Z.
Oh, I ain't touching that one.
Oh, you
Shit,
don't
I
want
ain't
to touch
either.
that one, but
Ooh,
that's what.
No,
That's
because
it.
ooh.
I don't think he had anything to do with those allegations. Any allegations, okay?
I'm looking for him to
Mm.
be the next one. I'm sorry, y'all.
Wow.
Alexa, play Keep It on
I
the Down
mean,
Low. I don't.
hey,
I don't think I want to fuck with that one. I don't.
hey, I'm with her. Like,
So
I
stupid.
don't deny it. I do not deny. I don't put nothing past none of their ass.
I would agree with
He
that.
I
is.
think
Rose says she don't think so. I think he's protected. He may be, but at some
But
point in
Diddy
time,
thought too.
exactly.
He
At
was
the
for quite a
ship
while.
is gonna come off at some point.
Once the white
Um,
man, once the white man is done with you, and he feels as if you're trying to be over their head, that's when it's going to come out. They already have so much stuff about Foxy Brown, was allegedly 15 years old. It Damien Dash. It's a lot of them that's getting ready
Oh
to go
yeah.
down
Oh yeah. It's about to be. They about to have to build a prison for Hollywood stars.
because they all about to
They're
go.
gonna have to rework the menu and everything. They're gonna have to have caviar, filet mignon, roasted chicken,
Holly,
olive
Hollywood is
goat, and all that. Yes, they're gonna have all kind of shit, braised billy goat, and all that shit on the menu to satisfy. They have to build a Hollywood prison. What's the next question? We done with them, or y'all still want to continue?
but before
I'm
we go
done
to
with
the next one,
honeycombs.
Cause
before we go to that,
he going to GEL. I guarantee you that.
Rose wants to know, what do y'all think of Jonathan Majors?
Jonathan Major,
oh,
ain't that the boy
oh,
that girl that's married?
yeah. He told the woman to act like Coretta Sky King or Michelle Obama.
Well, if I was to tell my wife to act like any one of them, it would be Michelle Obama. Coretta Scott King was a phenomenal woman, but at the same time, let's just be honest, she was a foolish one too because she let Martin Luther King do all he wanted to do and run around and have all the women to carrying on while he went and spread the gospel about the good word about getting along with the people, living equally. So I would say I would still vote for Michelle Obama if I was to even ask a woman to emulate any well-known female.
So
But
you don't
we
want
not
one
really
that's gonna let
look
you
at.
run around, do everything you want to do.
I think you pretty much know the answer to that, friend. I think you already know. Uh, I think you already know the answer to that. The answer is fuck no. I don't have time for that kind of fuckery. That is a bunch of
But
confusion. I
that
don't
was,
have time for that.
hey, we talking about the younger version of you. We're talking about the younger you,
But the
because
younger, okay,
Martin
and you're
wasn't.
right. The younger version of me would have never put up with any of that shit. The problem was when I started falling in love and I still seen the clearer picture. But at the end of the day, having children and all that bullshit, I still had my head straight on long enough and better enough to know. No, it's not gonna. No, no,
But
no.
Adrian, you have to think about it though. This was a long time ago. A lot of women knew that their husbands was out there doing whatever, but
Yeah,
they stayed with their
yeah.
husband because money, security. They had kids with them. They didn't want to. I mean, why leave this here and go out to something else and it could be worse?
Yeah, that's exactly how
Yeah,
it was back
and
then.
notice
You
what you
know.
said. Key word was a lot of women. But like I mentioned on the last, I think it was the last video when I said my ignorance came from thinking all females that were empowered and ain't finna let no motherfucker beat on them. That's because I grew up under women like that. So in the same sense, the same women I grew up under, even grandmothers and shit like that, they wasn't putting up with that. So I mean, I was given a strong sense of what a black woman could be like. And the ones I was raised up with, they had a certain amount of shit they was gonna take. And I'll be honest with you, they took some shit, they put their Reeboks on and ran for a man. I watched some of them. But at the end of the day, when the soul wore out them bitches and they had to keep going buy more, they realized I'm paying not only in my time, but my pocketbook is dwindling. And at some point you have to realize that this is not what the fuck you signed up for. And I think again, like I
Hey,
said
D
before,
baby.
um, my AirPods don't work the fuck half the time. But I was just not with those kind of things from a man, whether she thought she needed him financially or not, because the women I was raised under, they could take care of themselves financially. They didn't need no man for that. So I mean, even doing that, I understand the situation that she was in as to why it happened, but it just shows me again about uh, women empowerment and how we need to be more vigilant about what that movement looks like, and more so among the women community. But no, no, no.
Okay, but we have to think about it too because we don't know what Barack doing. We don't know what
Well,
he doing. We don't even
and
know
that's
what
very
Michelle
true.
putting up with and what she not putting up with. She probably said, "Yeah,
That part.
I know she did you in the White House. I was right there, and she was up under your desk.
I
I
will
saw
agree with
her
that,
heels."
and
But
that's very
hey,
true. But the
you
question
just
I
never
have for you
know.
on that one is, at the end of the day, what do you publicly know about each one of those couples that will still have you to make a concise decision upon which woman you would still say you would have your woman to emulate? Per what you publicly know, even history wise, which one of those women you still would have your woman to ask to be emulate? Would it still be Coretta? Or would it still be, even though we don't know the nasty shit, or
I
even if he got sucked up in the White House, we don't know. But the bottom
I
line is, we ain't never heard about it.
To me, he shouldn't even asked her that. Go as being yourself.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was about to say. I personally wouldn't ask him to be like Barack. I wouldn't ask him to tell him he needs to be like Jay-Z. None of that. I want you to
I
be
would
like
hope
you.
so, Lord.
I need you to be you.
Right.
Cause at the end of the day, you don't know what the fuck people got going on behind the scenes.
Very
You
true.
never know.
And you never know
So,
because Coretta could have been beating his ass.
and we have a tendency to, a lot of times we protect our home and what goes on in our home. We don't necessarily
Rose
put
says she
everything
prefer
out there.
Michelle Obama. See, I told you. It's like, and I'm not saying that what you all are not saying is right or there's no validity to it. What I'm saying is, if you put the two pictures of each woman up and say, because it's, first of all, like you just mentioned, Warrior Mom, it's not right, first of all, to ask your mate to emulate any other motherfucker other than themselves.
That's
Right.
right.
But if we were going to go there, per the conversation, you're saying, and oh, put it like this. My woman comes to me and say, hon, I've been thinking. I don't know if I want to be more like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King. Which one would turn you on more? Which one would, better, you think would better suit our marriage, our relationship? I'm pretty sure you put both of the pictures up of them women. Yes, dressed, looking how they was looking because they was dressed to the nine. But what you know about them, most people would still go with Michelle Obama. I'm not saying Coretta Scott King wasn't a good woman. I ain't saying, and she could have been beating his ass. She probably been going outside here with the cornbread skillet. I don't know. I don't know. He did have a knot on his shit right there on the front somewhere. We paid attention. We don't know if that came from him rallying in the streets or Coretta found out about another one of his hoes. We don't know. So, it could be a
Oh,
number of things.
can
Rose says
y'all
she thinks Megan is being paid to be with Jonathan Majors. That's how it looks. She looked like that woman that
can
Donald Trump
y'all
is
hear me?
married to. Oh yeah, we
Yeah, we
can.
can hear you.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we don't know if she wasn't going upside his head with a fucking cornbread pan. But the bottom line is, we do know this, per the history we know, and we may find out about Obama when he gone. We don't know. But as it stands, I'm gonna still stick with. As a matter of fact, Coretta Scott King is a good runner-up. That's like, I don't even want to name two other black women because I don't want to look stupid. But you get the gist of the story. But anyway,
Rose says she thinks that Megan is being paid to be with Jonathan Majors, and
yeah, that's what I was saying.
she laughing at you with the cornbread skillet.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
listen.
told y'all, AJ be with the bullshit. He come on with the bullshit, y'all. Y'all have no idea. He be
Okay.
with the fuckery.
I mean, well, in the pre-meetings and shit, that's how we all be. We be cracking jokes and shit behind the stage before we come out and all that shit, cracking up, acting the fool. It's just that y'all haven't did y'all pre-gaming before me, and so y'all not quite there. So when the camera comes on, y'all be trying
we
to dial
kind
the
of
shit back
we
a little
yeah we
bit.
kind of toned down a little bit.
Y'all want to be all demure and shit instead of just freeing your mind. Y'all got to be all conservative because y'all Southern bills on me. I got to act like it every fucking time. Look at Atlanta Housewives and Married to Medicine and all these other entities and franchises and whatnot and so forth and carrying on. But anyway, moving on to the next topic because we done talked enough about Padiddy and his sexual assault and his groping titties and having his nipples twisted and all that kind of freaky ass bullshit.
I know a
Um,
lot of men that want their nipples squeezed.
I ain't never said it was a bad idea. I'm just sitting up here
It's
saying
the
the fact that you
fact that
got to
it was
drag a bitch
by
across
17, allegedly by a 17-year-old.
17-year-old
That's
forcefully.
the
That's the
issue.
whole point.
Oh wow!
That's the
You could have got
issue.
you a grown man to come go behind the screen and twist your nips, bitch, and bite on you and get you some clamps of
Okay,
ice
y'all. I'm
cubes and
really
shit.
getting down and dirty now. I was getting my nails done.
But damn, how you be on the live and still getting your nails done? I want to be like you when I grow up.
I mean, that is a lot of multitasking.
I mean, listen. But anyway, moving on to the next topic. Of course, I'm just gonna start out with bombs of a Baghdad before I even bring out the statement. We had Krishan Rock and Blueface had another altercation, but this time it was including a third party. I believe her name was Marsha, whatever the fuck her name was.
Marshall.
Yeah,
Marsh.
Marsha. So when she babysat for I think Krishan,
Let me wait.
uh,
Just let me go here before y'all go there.
take it.
Krishan say they get $1,000 an hour to babysit their little baby. I'm trying to find out how to get in touch with this bitch. Cause listen, I don't want to go to work. I will keep that little motherfucker. I'm telling you, she wouldn't have to want for nothing. She
A
ain't gotta
thousand
bring
dollars an
nothing.
hour?
$1,000 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for her.
Yep.
She gonna be broke pretty soon. The way she's spending money up over there,
For
she gonna be
her.
broke. But I would
Now,
too.
here's the thing. That's a thousand
Where
dollars
about
an
Blue?
hour. That's $1,000 an hour. But
Rose
look
say
what
they
she had to
disgusting.
do. This dude kicked her door in and came in there and took the baby. And then Krishan allegedly told her, well, no, Krishan said that she said she told Marsh to go with her. She was gonna whoop her ass. So she had to get in there and fight Blue. They done had a wreck, and he fighting her, and she telling her,
Avery.
you hold him up so he can't get through the gate, and they out there fighting in the bushes and shit. Girl,
Yep.
for a
Avery.
thousand
I'm
dollars,
not about to
I'm too
Avery.
Not
fucking
the
old.
Listen,
bushes.
listen,
I'm too
listen.
old because that
I'm
shit would
not
break
about to be
my ass
fighting with
down.
him.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
would give me
serious?
about 5 grand, but bitch, I'm gonna be out of work for 6 months.
No, ma'am. Are you
No,
serious?
no,
Shit.
Cause let
no,
me tell you. Let me tell you.
no.
I have a little friend. She is my protector. Do you understand me? Her
Well,
name is
see, you
Tasha.
go. You see, didn't
Her name
nobody
is
tell you
Tasha.
to light him
Her
up?
I
name
need another
her
drink.
name is Tasha. When I tell you he'll be getting knee replacement surgery,
For real?
I would not dare try to kill him.
Who you trying to hit for? 35
But he would
seconds.
definitely get some knee
Oh, bro, you
replacement
not getting it.
surgery. Definitely.
No,
Don't
I
come.
tell
You
you
not
what.
gonna kick in nothing over here.
Let me
And
tell you.
then
I am
she
not
had to leave
Krishan.
her kids at home because she got kids too. She got to leave
I
her
am not
kids.
Krishan. No, I am
Let me
not
tell y'all
Krishan.
something
You
I
do
learned a long
Krishan
time
and
ago.
Jaden that fuck shit. I'm not doing that. You not about to do
I'm
And
me.
not gonna
then
tell you what
Krishan
you're
got a
not
black
gonna do.
eye. She on the live holding the baby got a black eye. And then they in the comments mad at me because I said that CPS
needs to step in over there. And if that
Yes,
is
yes.
systemic of the problem with the United States, because guess what? In the grand scheme of things, the kids are getting treated much worse and in much more dangerous situations to where that seems fucking normal to people. And
Didn't
I'm
they have a
just
car
like,
accident or some shit with the baby in the car
yes.
after all
And
the
the
Yeah.
struggle and the fight?
he was
Mhm.
holding the baby. The baby didn't have a car seat.
No.
Mhm.
That baby is worse than a fucking cat.
So
It's
that
got way
means
more than
that baby
9
nine times
lives.
out of 10, it was already fucked up when they came in. So he done shook the baby like a jar of jelly beans in the car accident.
And
I
everybody,
told
and
you,
then she goes
bombs over
and
fucking
gets with the
Baghdad.
girl, gets with the other baby mama, and they get drunk and fight him, and then they beating each other up. Come on, that baby is asking for somebody to take it. I
Yeah, that's horrible. I don't even like talking about them. It just seems like
don't
they
either.
just
And
do
I
stuff.
asked Adrian not to do this shit tonight.
No, fuck that. We had to talk about it. We got to get it out. We got to get this shit out. We got to get all the hurt out.
No, because that is
But the bottom line is taking it
I
back to
got
the
black because
babysitting situation.
they say Blueface did it. That's why her eyes got
yeah,
black.
they was
I
fighting. Did
don't
he
give a
hit her?
damn
No, the
about no blue
comment.
face.
No, the comment asked G baby asked how did her eye get black?
Oh yeah.
I don't care about Blueface or none of the other shit. The bottom line is just like they said in the comments: for $1,000 an hour, I watch your fucking dog or your old grandma. So at the end of the day, 8 to 10 hours, as long as you got my money, if you kick this motherfucking door flat to the floor, you rest assured, if if you bad enough to kick the hinges off this bitch, I'm bad enough to lay around and light your ass up like a Christmas
Like a
tree and put so
Christmas
many
tree,
holes in
baby.
it,
I'm
it
telling
turn
you.
into a human sprinkler. Because at the end of the day, that gives me viable reason and cause to
Yep.
put a hot one in your ass. You're not gonna just kick my door down, come in here and start whooping my ass all up in the bushes and shit downstairs. Who the fuck does that?
My nails.
And then not now because I'm getting threatened with a ass whooping on the other line, I got to follow you and get in the
Exactly.
car with you
Everybody
and,
gonna
and
whoop your
fly all over the
ass.
goddamn city. And now we done slammed into a lamppost, another car, or tree, and so the poor baby is gonna need therapy before he turns one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
I just, and that's why I always say, God, Creator, whomever has to have a plan. You can't tell me you ain't got some kind of plan for giving babies to these kind of fucking stupid ass idiots. These bitches are dumb as a stack of bricks. And you mean to tell me, first of all, that baby was nursed up in there for 9 months. Then he got to come out of there sucking stupid milk. He got to come out there sucking milk from the stupidest fucking cow that ever did trap this motherfucking earth. And then he got to have a
wait,
daddy.
wait,
He got to have a daddy that
wait,
ain't got the
time
sense
out.
of a motherfucking llama. What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Time out. Wait, the stupidest cow.
I mean, got the baby sucking stupid Similac. I mean, it's
I can't.
then you
Yeah.
gonna leave with
I
another bitch,
can't.
and it looked like this other bitch you left the baby with. It seems like she got about 6, 7 children, not children, but children. Like my grandma say, 6, 7 head of children up in there somewhere. That she making ramen noodles and cut up wieners for in the back. You got to babysit your baby for $1,000.
Yeah. I really hate that for that baby though.
Oh my
Oh,
I really
god.
do.
somebody call CPS and send them over to the house, please.
Can't depend
Fucking
on the
bullshit.
grandmother. Can't
Neither
depend on
one
her
of them.
side. It's really
Neither one.
sad.
Cause
It's
the
really
minute something
sad.
go on, the grandma go live.
Ooh, that
The
one got bite.
minute something go on,
Ooh.
Carlissa go live.
Cause she's looking to get her 15 minutes of fame with her alien eyeball looking ass, with her big cinema forehead ass, with her straight hair, with her motherfucking Goldilocks ass wig wearing bitch. That bitch, all she doing is looking on to get her 15 minutes of fame
For
off
that
her
dumbass
son.
Patreon, for that dumbass
Yeah.
Patreon account she
Oh,
got.
and my thing is, I passed up LL Cool J, I passed up 50 Cent. Well, guess what? It seems like these days, bitch, they passing your old ass by. You ain't got that many summers, bitch. And it seems like you done
Rose
went through about 50 of them hoes already. So I don't
Rose
think 50
say
Cent ain't worried about a bitch
the
that got
the
not too
grandmother
many more summers left.
disgusting. Rose say the grandmother disgusting. Blueface and Krishan is disgusting. Everybody disgusting.
And
She
she's
feel
very much so right
she
about it.
feel
It's
like
just
everybody else bombs over Baghdad.
it
Throw
basically
their ass
it's one of
up.
those things. Remember the day and time where you can actually sit there and look at TV. You would say something like you would watch Married with Children, and they would say one of the biggest things about Married with Children. They would say, "I bet you aliens are watching this bullshit, sitting there saying, oh my God, we do not want anything to do with Earth people, just judging off how they looked at what I just said, not married to married,
Al
what it was,
Bundy.
married with
Al
children, yeah,
Bundy.
and how fucked up their household was. And that was just basically trailer trash. What they was trailer trash living in a neighborhood that was affordable, able to get a house off working at Payless. But you can just only imagine if they thought that back then about us just by seeing that TV show. You can only fucking imagine what the aliens and the outer species up there in the galaxy is thinking when they see bullshit like this. Anyway, bombs over Baghdad. Next, on to the next topic. So this one I found to be quite funny to me. Uh, it's a 70-year-old woman in Uganda that has given birth to an infant because she was going through IVF over there in Uganda. Any of y'all think y'all be giving birth at around about the age of 70? Or do you plan on moving
No,
to Uganda so you can make sure you do so?
Hell no.
no,
Hell no.
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 And get
I
it. This
quit a
is this
long
is
time
on the
ago.
heels of her just having a child, another infant in 2020. She had another baby.
Yeah. I quit a long time ago.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm glad y'all had that. I mean, y'all have the ability to bring life into the world and nurture something, and feed it something that's not stupid, Similac, and raise it to be a productive citizen in a society. But let's just face it. I mean, me as a male, what I've been thinking about the whole time, ever since the
Can
story
y'all
broke, I've
hear
been wanting to
me?
call my mama to see what she been up to if she
Yes,
over there fucking,
ma'am.
because I'm hoping she's not pregnant.
Cause she's definitely trying to get it.
I'm saying
She's
my
definitely
mama.
trying to get it. Oh.
Yeah, if she's 75, I'm kind of concerned about her. If she over there
Yeah, I'm
fucking, I
gonna
need to
need
make
her.
sure she ain't pregnant.
Yeah.
That's what keeps going through my mind when I read this story. So that's the only reason I put it on on the list for the topics
Why
tonight.
why don't you
But
call an ex? Call an ex. Let's see how they turn out for you.
well, that can turn out one or two ways. She can probably pretend that she didn't hear what the fuck I said in the beginning, and I can pretend I didn't say it, or I can reiterate it, and she can probably cuss me the fuck out for filthy. It can go one or two ways, several ways. Because the first thing she would say is she's too old, but I would love to bring this article to her and let her read that this uh 70-year-old Ugandan woman that looks like a man has had two babies in the last 3 years. Because let's be honest, if I can show you how the picture, honestly, I didn't put it on the thing, but her and her husband look just alike.
I asked my mom, would she carry a baby for me? Cause I'm done.
No,
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Like there's nothing.
What did she
I
say?
mean, honestly, chocolate girl,
She
what she probably said
said,
is, she got a better chance of me carrying a fucking baby for her than she do her mama. I'm pretty sure that's what her mama told her.
she said, not no, but fuck no. Don't ask me no stupid ass stuff like that. And I don't like you and none of the other ones that much to go through that much pain again for no fucking body, is what she said. So I guess mine, Trey gonna be the only child.
On period. I
That's
mean,
what
there's
she said.
always adoption. Aries is back with us. What you got? Aries, what the fuck you doing? You cooking something in the
Are you
background?
still out of the country?
No, it keeps messing with the audio. I don't understand what's happening. Like it'll just
That's
cut
that
off.
microwave you got going in the background. What you popping popcorn?
Oh no, I was warming my dinner. I haven't had dinner tonight.
How the fuck you warming up dinner? Child, listen.
Mind your business.
I'm gonna have to before I get cussed the fuck out because 9 to 10 that's part of the direction it's gonna take. But yeah, I mean that was my only Geraldine Settle say. I told Geraldine she has the same name as my mom. She said hell no. Apparently she ain't willing to go through it either. So she's saying she ain't looking to get pregnant no 70 years old
Mm,
or
mm.
67. So I mean, hey. half the ones that got pregnant now don't. I mean, I ain't gonna say they didn't want to be pregnant, but I mean, once they got there, it was like shit. I mean, a couple of times with that, I'm pretty sure they got to hurt. So I mean, it hurts your uni, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean,
Mm.
you know,
I mean, it ain't hurt me because I mean, I didn't. I had a C-section, and I'm team C-section me all the time. Like once I did that, and I hear horror stories about vaginal births and the
Hmm.
contractions and the
Yeah.
pain, I'm always team C-section. I'm like, bitch, let's cut me and let's get him out, and we gonna be done with that.
over
Yeah.
and done
Hey,
with.
I could, yeah, I'm one of the ones who apparently I handled a C-section better than most people who's had multiple kids before.
Yeah. I had a
Hey,
C-section too.
yeah, I'm team C-section. I'm just like cut me. I don't have time to be talking about race, holding your legs up, pushing, and
Mm.
holding your breath and counting to 10. Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, you say that
Yeah,
for other shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
yeah. I don't even have to like. I don't have to count to 10 for that either. I don't have to hold my breath for that either. Like, I mean, but yeah, I'm not into that. Yeah, yeah, I ain't into that. I'm just like cut me and get him out of there, and we're gonna be done with that.
Yep.
Okay, get it the
Schedule it
fuck
and
over
let's
with.
go.
So next topic is I did a video earlier today about this topic already, but I still said I had to bring it up because I wanted to know what you ladies thought about it. So Miss Kisha Chavez, of course, has done an interview with Tasha K about 3 or 4 days ago, and she mentioned something to y'all know Joe Smith's wife, the one that came out with the OnlyFans page and all that shit.
And yes, he screwed Tupac and all of these people.
She
Uh-huh.
fucked. She said she fucked Tupac. Tupac was fucking.
Yeah, she said
She
he
was
had
in
some
a
pretty good.
relationship with Play, and she
Yeah,
fucked up with Play with Kid, and Kid had some whack
yeah,
dick and some libby dick, and
yeah.
she was mad
That
about it.
that cat
She
got
even
some
said when
miles
Tasha
on it.
K asked her how Tasha K was like, "Well, you know that when Jada Pinkett, Tupac's widow, hears about this, she's going to really
She's
be in
gonna
mourning."
lose her shit. That's right.
So and Keisha responded. She was like, "Well, I mean, why would she be upset? Like he was fucking on me and a whole other Keisha and several other bitches, and also not to mention
She was fucking on
Jada Pinkett was
MC
fucking on
Light.
MC
MC
Light."
Light.
Yeah,
I
that
fell off the
part.
sofa when I saw that part.
Yeah, me too. I'm
I knew
like,
Jada
not
Pinkett
MC
Smith was.
Light.
Well,
What?
I knew she liked to bump putty. I knew she was. I knew it was something new, different about her. The bitch always lied and said she never really said it like that, but she always tried to put it in some nice kind of sugarcoating ass way that she's probably open to it or she's probably done it. But I knew you was eating some pussy. I knew a lady said you didn't ate pussy and you didn't had
She
yours
over
ate
there
by another
munching on
female,
some
Jada Pinkett.
carpet,
You did, yeah, you fucking
scissoring.
gardener. That bitch a gardener. And she over there with the bullshit line, bitch. Stop it, girl. But that just says to me too with Keisha Chavez, the way she mentioned those men and went through that interview, it seemed like everything she's done in her whole career when it comes to men is judge them off the size of their wallets and the size of their dick.
Yeah.
That's what that interview told me. She a nasty
Yeah,
bitch, and all her hoes is nasty.
and she talk too fucking much. That bitch mouth run like water.
Yeah. She told her whole history.
Yeah, she talk
So
too
if her
much.
mouth run like what?
She the
So
type.
again,
She the type
but
bitch
that
I
feeds
ain't doing
into
nothing
what I
with.
was telling y'all earlier about celebrities and the shit that they, like I said in the video I did earlier. Friends of mine in high school and stuff, we used to sit around and watch videos like MTV and AJ Free and all them, whatever, on BET and wonder like, why is it every time you seen another celebrity, the new news was that they were dating another celebrity? Why they never went outside of that community and actually dated somebody that was not known in
Yeah,
in
that's
the
the
in the,
reason
in the
right there.
industry?
For that
But
reason right there.
that's the crazy part about it. That's not even the reason. That just says to me that she's somebody that was randomly picked from a selection of people that were not celebrities at some point. Way back then, we didn't even know about the bitch because there was no social media. But now, because Instagram and everything else is rearing its ugly head, now she can sit up and look like she looking and sit up and talk about who got good dick and who got bad dick and who she done fucked on and all this other stuff and who done fucked on who. It's kind of like giving Jaguar right, so to speak.
Jaguar right is crazy as a box of rocks. So I'm letting you know that.
Jaguar right is crazy as a box of rocks, but at the end of the day, there's some validity to the
Rose
shit that she
said,
said, just like it is Orlando Brown crazy motherfucking ass and
"Oh
Kanye
yeah,
West.
definitely." Rose said she heard the industry don't allow them to date out.
But that sounds about right. That sounds more
Mhm.
like to me an Illuminati thing that basically says, bitch, this like an arranged marriage type deal. Like you can only date these certain people or whatever. And honestly, within that time frame, whatever phase your career is in, it seems like what's ever hot, that's what needs to be. That's what you need to be dating.
But clearly
You know
they
what I'm
don't have
saying?
any boundaries. They don't have no boundaries. Okay, so you can't date out, but y'all gonna go fuck the cheerleaders. Some bitches who they was selected from the college campus, from the college cheerleading squad or whatever, and now y'all gonna make them basketball player cheerleaders, and y'all gonna fuck these bitches. To me, they random bitches too. So that makes no sense.
I mean, true. And if you notice, a lot of the time with certain athletes and certain actors, when they go about doing stuff like that, if you really pay attention, those ones that seem like they go too far away from the rules end up paying some kind of penalty. Whether it's
Definitely.
they'll hear killing their parents, they done run off doing dog fights and all kind of shit, going to jail for that. Or what is his name, Adrian Peterson. It's always seemed to be some kind of small but big thing that brings attention to the public that seems to bring them back down off the platform in which they so built in the Hollywood sector, to get where they are. It's always some kind of way to knock their ass down a peg a few if they decide to go outside the ramifications of the guidelines and all that shit of dating in Hollywood,
I
etc.,
don't.
etc.
I don't even think that it's guidelines. I just think that once you hit a certain status, you can pretty much choose whatever celebrity you want to be with. That's how I feel. I mean, because you can have one celebrity like take Keisha Cole and what was her husband Booby or whatever.
Mhm.
She didn't even
Mhm.
know who he was. He got on a radio station and said he had a crush on her, and then all of a sudden they together. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
so
thinking
they got
that
married in what 2012, right? Somewhere along there,
that yeah.
like January, February, March, like March, January, between early 2012. They got
Yeah,
married, I
so
believe.
I don't think it's I just think that once they're celebrity status, they can say, "Oh, I want that person right there. I want her now." I just think that's how they go about doing it. Cuz I
I
know
mean,
if I was a celebrity, I would probably be doing the same thing, to be honest with you. Especially if it's somebody that I've been having a crush on for some
so
years
okay,
and we
okay.
end up
Quick question. Flipping the
mhm.
script. Quick question. If you were a celebrity, A-list status, what other celebrity would you choose first to be your first girlfriend or boyfriend? Well, boyfriend, of course.
I don't know now. I don't know. Don't choose for me now. Don't choose for me, A.
Well, let's. I'm here for it. I had to sit up and get straighten my back up. I had to be studious.
Oh,
I'm here for it now.
okay.
We're listening.
So Ice Cube would be one male. Ice Cube.
Ro-
Female. If I
Rose
have a
said she would
female,
choose. I'm sorry. Rose said she would choose. Is she said, Rose, are you saying you would choose Jonathan Majors? She said she think he is handsome. Mm.
he do have a sexy body though. He do have a sexy body.
That's all, but that head looked like a alien head.
Mm.
It looked like somebody put a big old potato cake on there with that big old wide nose. But they say men they got wide stoop noses and got other stuff. I don't know. You had to ask Megan about that. But anyway, carry on. What were you saying?
So if I had to, Ice Cube would be my male celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to choose a female, it would definitely be someone like Queen Latifah.
Hmm.
It would be someone like Queen Latifah.
Warrior Mom, what's your pick?
Uh, yeah, Queen Latifah was definitely a pick for me. But you know me, y'all know me. Like I like the bad boy, so I mean, it would definitely be Tip for me. I'm just gonna keep it above.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
look, I
it
don't
would
blame you.
definitely be. It would
Well, I
Tip
thought
definitely
you
Tip
was
be
gonna
is
Tip for
say
ve-
me.
Kevin Gates.
You know,
I just
I
really figured you was
I
gonna
would
call
have
Kevin Gates'
picked
name.
I would have
uh,
picked Kevin
Kevin.
Gates,
Yeah,
but when he spit in that female's mouth, I'm like, oh no,
yeah,
Kevin.
that was
Don't even
definitely.
remind me of
But
that. I'm about to
yeah,
throw up my liquor.
but let me tell you. But let me tell you, he's also an Aquarius. We're both Aquarius, and when I tell you, like it'll definitely be lit. Like it would definitely be lit. But yeah, I mean, it could be Kevin, but I definitely, I'm definitely Tip is
I just knew
definitely a
me knowing you. I just figured that's where it was gonna go.
yeah.
I just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think about yeah, he wasn't on my mind because I always go straight to Tip. Like I'm just going, hey,
who is
Yeah,
Curtis
you
Cook?
a tip lover.
yeah, I love Tip. I love Tip. I
Who is
Yeah.
am,
Curtis
and
Cook, y'all? Well, remind me of who that is.
Curtis Cook.
he
Yeah,
from the
Rose say Curtis
Shy.
Cook.
That's Doodle from the Shy.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Doodle from the Shy.
Yeah, he's another sexy one.
okay, Rose.
Hmm.
I guess Rose like her. He played Doodle on Shot. Okay, yeah, that's what she
Yeah.
said. Okay. Hmm.
So ex
Well,
Rose, ex Rose, what
So
female?
AJ, hey, well
she said he was
AJ.
fine.
So this is the thing. This is what question I want to know. We do this, and I think you can have up to like 5 people. I think on a panel. So how about every now and then we may try to drop the link and let one of the commenters come up and say whatever they want to say. Like just add to the
Yeah.
So you want to do a
yeah, so they could be interactive too.
supporter guest panelist? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool.
So we'll do that. Of course, I will probably do that maybe next week.
She say I'm not attracted to women.
I'm not either, but
Yeah, us
hey.
either. But I'm just saying, if you just were to, yeah, I'm like, yeah, we not
And
attracted
I
to
mean,
women.
shit. Honestly, I'm not either, Rose. And what female would I pick? Um,
I'm sick of you.
in all honesty, I mean, me either. So I guess we're all in unison with that. We're all singing the same note. Soprano, alto, or tenor, whatever the fuck we probably all singing the same note on that one. But yes, I'm with it though. So Rose said you cannot with me. I'm sorry, Rose. I'm honest and all my hoes is honest. I'm sorry. But yeah, we will definitely be looking at so what I'll probably figure out a process to figure out who we should pick to be the guest
No, no,
panelists
no,
for next week.
no. You can rotate it. That's the thing.
I
You
mean, of
drop the
course, I mean
link.
each week, but yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
no, no, no. During the show, like you drop the link, and just like Rose is down there asking questions. You drop the link, she come up and ask her question or say whatever she had to say on each whatever topic, and then when somebody else want to come up, you do that. You just
Okay.
rotate it.
Yeah.
Well, you can explain that to me on better on the back office meeting because I listen.
But I wanna but
Cause
yeah.
Rose said Aries went to have her dinner. Clearly, this bitch done left us high and dry. She must have steak and potatoes
Okay.
over there, or some lamb or something, lamb chop or some lobster over
She
there.
she's having technical difficulties.
That's for sure. Because she did say something about the audio was freaking her out or fucking up or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
Did you
Getting
ever?
back to
You
the.
didn't ever say your mail.
Hmm?
You never said your mail, eh?
I ain't never said either one of them.
Okay, so why not?
Yeah, I'm saying we waiting on it. I'm just saying.
Okay. Female would probably be. How old am I? Ugh. What's a female? Yeah. I don't know. I would say like Lisa Ray, but like Lisa Ray or something like along those lines. Male, I don't know. Plies?
Mm, you like them bad boys, huh?
Plies ain't no fucking bad boy. I don't like no bad boys. Plies just goofy as fuck and he's funny. That's
Yeah,
the biggest thing.
he is.
He
Oh,
like to
that's
have
what'll
fun.
get you.
Yes. And he's serious when it's time to be serious, but when it's time to be goofy, he don't
Yeah,
mind being a
I'm
fucking clown. So that part is
yeah,
fun.
I'm trying to get Tip to stand on business. I want to see if Tip can stand on business.
What you gonna fuck around and do
Like
is have China roll up to your house in that little car with her little short ass and step out your front door is what's gonna happen. She gonna show up to matter of fact, she gonna show up to your house like Tip showed up to that club when they put him in King's name on them fucking on them advertisements.
Okay. Oh,
And
Trigger
then
was
ask
ready
him
for
shit.
that.
He showed up and cussed their motherfucking ass out of the front door.
Trigger was loving that, baby.
I'm telling you, I was all in. I was loving it. I must have
Ass like
watched
a
that
rag
so many
doll.
times. I like when he act a fool.
Of course, you would. Um, what else we got? Of course. Oh, and to end all be all, the bottom line is like I said, what I thought about it is, um, Kisha Chavez is a hoe. I mean, that's the only way I can see it because at the end of the day, everything she had to say, it went to dingling and pocketbooks. So I mean, does that not say those are the top two check boxes for a hoe?
She a hoe, and she a hoe that talk too much. She a hoe with a big mouth.
Well, hopefully she don't come up
What are you doing?
with any kind of situations or
Turn the
anything, any
kettle.
kind of detrimental situation, and hopefully she can actually. Hopefully she ain't gonna see Jada Pinkett on the street because Jada might fuck her up after she went and told everybody she was fucking her man.
I am sick of Jada and this dead man.
Well, I mean, in the end, maybe if nothing else comes out of this, maybe we can see a new friendship, and maybe Keisha
She
go over
was
there to Jada's
not
house and they
married
can
to
sit
that
down
man.
and
She
they
was
can
not
have
married to that
wine
man.
and they can lick on his ashes together. I don't know. Maybe they both can taste his ashes. Maybe they can have something to bond over. You know, you just got to think about the possibilities, the positive side, Warrior Mom. Thinking about the positive things. This could bring these two black women together
There's
over this black dead
nothing.
penis or this black dead meat they keep talking about. Because I tell you one thing, out of any man that I've ever known, if I was a woman, I would tell you like this here. It seems like at this point, if I'd have wanted another man, if I was a woman, it'd be Tupac. I think I would want to go down there and resurrect her and get them
Two,
ashes and bring him back to life and see what he's working with because these girls are worshiping dead meat, and I don't
That's
think
all.
we
apparently
can go.
Tupac didn't even choose Jada. She said Tupac would have dumped her. He ain't even choose her.
He didn't
She
choose
was
her,
just like the rest of the bitches. Somebody for him to fuck on if that was the case.
and they made it seem like what happened between the two of them was the fault of Will Smith because they said as I think it was Will Smith's former best friend that came out and saying some shit about Will getting bent over the sofa. He
He
said something to
said
the
he
tune of
was
the fact that
murdering it, baby. It was they
well
was murdering it.
to be you know right he was murdered he was slam dunking it from the back but he also mentioned something later on Natasha K2 saying something about the fact that Jada Pinkett was one of those girls that was like wanted by the guys in the community and with
Of
Will's
course,
his career climbing the way it was during that time he basically sought her out as an asset as
right.
arm candy to be on his team, to better his career, which he really didn't need that. But it seems like the eyes were bigger than the stomach. I don't think Will knew what the fuck he was getting himself into fucking with this girl. But it's the AJB be saying stuff like it ain't funny. I'm sorry, friend. I just be speaking some real shit. She too seems like she's another one that was like Kisha Chavez, basically judging motherfuckers by their pocketbook and by their dicks. Now, in Will Smith's case, allegedly, I figure like that's not so because it seems like
I'm
Will ain't
about
the
to
one doing the
say.
bending. He ain't the one doing the bending.
Ugh.
So, with that being said, maybe she like grabbing on his juicy booty. Maybe she like slam dunking it from the back with a strap on, like what that boy name we saw the video of? Four. Maybe he like
Ooh.
being done like Four. Maybe he like to put a little grease on the bike and put a little number gel up in
You
there and
know
finger it a
what?
little
Let me
bit
tell you.
and let him
You
just
know what? You going there, but I Ford would definitely be one of them. One of my picks.
who? Four?
Ford, he'll
Oh.
be one of my picks.
His brother would be one of mine.
Don.
Yes.
Yeah, Ford
Yeah,
would
I
definitely be
can't
one
I
of my
can't
picks.
I can't do four. I can't do four. I can't do four. I can't do four. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the interaction that we would have, first of all, there would be nothing left for me to reap. There would be nothing left for me to deal with. The way I seen that woman jumping them down up in his ass like a bungee cord, there would be nothing.
Listen,
She done
I'm
turned him
not
into a
trying
bowling
to.
alley lane, okay?
I ain't trying to get married. I wouldn't be trying to marry him.
Wait a
You
minute.
Like
ain't gotta worry about
I
it'll
getting
be
missed
married.
something
that.
to do.
It wouldn't
It'll be
even
something
be
to do.
worth
Yeah,
it.
his girlfriend was pegging him. Yes, his girlfriend was pegging him. Yeah.
Yes. It wouldn't even be worth the distance for me because at the end of the day it's like throwing a wiener down the bowling alley lane. It's like what's the point? You let this lady put this motherfucking 12-inch piece of meat, a piece of rubber in there, and the way she was slamming it,
I'm not
she was
listen.
not taking any fucking mercy. Okay,
Listen.
Really?
Yeah.
listen,
I'm not doing this with you, AJ. I'm not
you
doing it.
now come on now. Let's just keep
I'm
it a
not.
buck, like you tell me. Let's keep it a buck. She was
I'm not.
motherfucking murdering it.
Yeah, she was. Yes, she was. She was little. She was like Nelly. She was drilling. It was like a.
And the fucked
Watch
up
him
part
drill.
about it, the way she was slamming him, her ass looked like a fresh baked bun cake. The way she was just, yeah, plenty of butter. She was just killing him. So no, at the end of the day, for the purposes that he would serve on my end, I would pass politely. I don't want to be bothered.
He said, "I don't want to be
It's a no.
bothered."
It's a no for me.
Yeah.
Moving on from
No.
that, next on the situation was, so y'all know Tamar Braxton and Jeremy Robinson and professed their love again to the people and everything. He told us all it was just a mere misunderstanding. He didn't really break into her house and steal her shit like she had really thought. It was somebody else down the block named Shanae and Pookie. So it wasn't really him. They done rekindled their love. He done told everybody he can't live without her. He can't live without going to bed without hearing her singing. He can't go on without having her smother him at night with her kumquat
six
face and stuff.
months.
So she,
6 months.
she
Six. Give. I give him 6 months,
well, I'm glad you give him 6 months.
I don't even
and
give
we'll
him
be.
that.
I give him
I'm glad
six
you give him
months,
six
and
months.
we go 3 to 6 months, and I promise you, we'll be down the same road again.
I agree
Tamar
because
can't. Tamar can't keep a puppy,
the only thing she has managed to keep was a little baby.
and she don't have him all the time.
Well, that's because he go with his grandma cooking and shit and hanging out
And
with him,
Vince,
right?
no, and no, his dad be having him the most of the time.
You know they don't
Tamar
show his. I don't.
cannot.
I ain't seen Vincent nowhere. Has Vincent lost any weight? Anybody seen him?
He has lost weight.
Rose said
Praise the
more like
Lord.
3 months. Rose say she give him 3 months.
See, I'm with
I'm with you
Rose.
on
I
that,
think I give him
Rose.
about 3 months because they're gonna do the same thing they did before. They're gonna stretch it out, way out. They're gonna be on there doing all these photos and pictures and all this other extra bullshit. And soon as something, especially with his ex-wife or his kid's mama, he got like what 7 children.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, why would you want to marry a motherfucker with 7 kids? I don't give a fuck how much money he paying in child support. If things go left, they're gonna be looking at my pocketbook. So 7 children? No. I love kids, but no. I This bitch got a plot and she got a whole ploy she can get me anytime she get ready on taxes. And the answer is no. Nope.
Hey, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't have nothing to say about that.
I'm not. I think that bitch, if you marry Tamar, listen to me. I'm your good friend. I don't know no law, but I heard about it. I think you ought to get yourself a prenup and get it signed between you and this man, because this man got 7 children. When think about it, Tamar, when them kids grow up and get to be 21 and 25 and 30 and 35, and when that man finally fuck around, and if you keep him longer than 3 months, when he finally decide to kick the bucket, and you got to put that dirt over his pale white body, and them kids come to look for what's theirs, bitch, it's gonna be some trouble. It's gonna be some trouble in paradise. I think if you decide to marry him, you best go and get yourself some kind of prenup, and make sure you straighten out because little Vincent Jr. gonna need that money for all his endeavors when he get grown. He ain't got time to be sharing this money with nobody. But
Cause the baby mama already complaining.
she never liked Tamar. Ever since day
Right.
one, she always said that Tamar tore up her marriage. Oh, Tamar's a whore. Oh, she's a this and she's a that. And my whole thing is this: you can't really help who you fall in love with, but you can help who you fall in lust with. And it seems like maybe that little white boy probably got a little Cajun piece of meat over there from Georgia Pine that he probably over there laying down for Tamar every once in a while. And he either taking his face and burying it between her nether regions, and maybe he does it quite well, and maybe he got the opportunity to do it to her again, and maybe she's falling back into the same trap. But for tax purposes, I would marry this man.
Cause I think he's from New Orleans.
Mhm.
He is. He
Yeah,
is.
I
Mhm.
think he's from New Orleans. So you kind of, how other women
But
from
everybody
other
ain't.
states
But
feel.
but everybody ain't got the Florida lean. Everybody ain't got the saints meat. You feel me?
Right,
So
right. But you have some women that's and some men that live in other states. When people say New Orleans, they go crazy. So that
well,
could
they
be
usually go
another.
crazy over us brothers with the dreads and all that stuff with the accent and shit like that. That can say Earl and shit like that instead of oil. See, I'm not from New Orleans, so I say oil. Them motherfuckers say Earl. I don't know who cutting Earl is, but it don't go in cooking. It don't go in cakes and it don't go in
Wait.
a engine. But it's different. So usually that from living out here in Houston, that's one of the things I found that's one of the biggest game changers for attraction when it comes to motherfuckers out of New Orleans. It ain't some white boy, that's half decent looking that probably went to LSU or Southern or some shit that's got a law degree that's coming out there to Atlanta to be amongst the elite. And all of a sudden now some black woman, some black Southern chick, now all of a sudden is attracted to that. It's different when it's real New Orleans meat. You know what I'm saying? When it's good Louisiana homegrown stuff. He probably would, but he was sprinkled with a little. Some he had a little too much parsley up in there, a little too much garlic powder. But shit, we ain't had enough seasoning, enough browning.
So this, I need, I need us to go back for a minute because Rose had asked the question, and
Okay, I
her
missed it. What it
question,
is?
was, what do you all think? What do you all think of these actors with white wives? I think it's fake and planned,
Ooh,
but I wonder why.
what that one at?
With what wives?
These actors who go get white wives.
Oh, I really think that they was ugly growing up, and all the black girls denied their asses, and now they have some money, and they trying to show us black females. I got it now. Cause when they was younger, they was dusty because they ain't had no money, and the girls wouldn't look at them. And now that they have money, they looks done changed. They
Hmm.
getting
Well,
groomed up, and
And then
those.
you have those who like you say they feel like they come from they done did all this whatever they was doing. Now you done got all their money, and now you think you done got you a prize by going get you one of them, one of the
Right.
others. So you think you doing
well,
something.
I did watch a woman not too long ago. I think it was last week. She was a black woman. She talked about how she did an interview and she mentioned about how most black men that are unsuccessful in the mate they're with when they actually get to be successful, that they dump that mate and find another. She
Hmm.
never really said. I don't think she really recalled. I recall her saying white, but I think white may have been on the menu. She said mostly the reason that she's found in her research is because that woman or that man that was with them in the trenches before their career really got off the ground basically knows all their dirt, knows their low lifestyle when they were eating beanie weenies and shit and eggs and rice and stuff like that. And now they need somebody that when they're in this big sector and they're this big A or B list celebrity, now they need someone that can actually physically, um, I guess, reflect uh, that change or that newfound change.
And
I
so in
I
other
can't say
words, you
I
forget where you come from. You just
yes
said you
yes
forget where you come from. You're ashamed of your past. You want to forget your past. So this
yes
Hmm.
is who you are in
and
so many words.
but I can't say the same and I do agree with her to some extent, but I can't say it's the same for everybody because you do have people like Snoop Dogg that have been with their wife ever since the
But
ground
that's what she
floor.
said. She said the white wives. They go get these white wives.
And so I mean because okay, think about it. In the end,
Rose, I'm
I'm
not
gonna
either.
say for
I'm not
me,
attracted to
there is
them
no
either.
way I can sit up here and tell you that just because I get a different amount of money instead of me dating a particular race, which is black, getting a particular amount of money will bring me to the decision of dating white guys because it's going to give me more notoriety because of my status. First of all, I'm of the utter belief is I don't give a fuck what money can buy. I don't give a fuck what kind of money you have. If I'm not attracted to you, that's just it comes down to that. So at
Hmm.
some point you have to believe that these guys are either really trying to change their mindset about who they decide to date when it comes down to that, or if all along they were into snow bunnies. You know what I'm saying? So it could
No,
be
they
a
don't.
natural
No, they
attraction.
wouldn't. Mm-mm,
And
mm-mm, mm-mm.
most guys don't even give a fuck. What my brother used to teach me growing up was pussy ain't got no face. He said all the time, he's trying to get me to de-virginate myself. Pussy ain't got no face. He's basically saying go pick some ugly bitch on the street, put a sack over her head, bring up in the bedroom, slap a condom on, and just smash. Wasn't my kind of deal. So again, there's a lot of different things that can go into that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different reasons as to why it is or isn't. Because me personally, again, it's not going to make me say, "Oh, I became one of the most famous YouTubers," or "I became the most famous singer. I'm going to come out now and want to start dating Italians or Hispanics and all this Latinos." No, fuck that. I'm still sticking
But
to what I'm attracted to. A
like
nice
Rose
milk
say,
chocolate ass morsel.
a lot of the bunnies are ugly. They're not cute. They're not attractive. But I
I
just
agree.
feel like a lot of these men have low self esteem, and
Mm-hmm.
they think by getting um a a Caucasian woman that that's gonna make them better than who they are. That still has nothing to do with your self esteem. It's still gonna be to the flow.
I mean, because yeah, I mean, there's been this side stigma of a white woman to build you up, with a black woman straight to you how it is. You giving head to the man and all this shit as a white woman. She started telling me how big it is and choking and playing all these games, knowing damn well it
No,
ain't going nowhere. As to where a black woman gonna tell you what the fuck it is.
they're going to accept what they give them. On the other hand,
Yeah,
a black woman is going to you gonna have to stand on business. Yeah, we not doing that.
most of
And
them.
I we can submit just like they can. We'll submit. We'll do everything that you want or need us to do as long as you give us a reason to submit.
I agree with that.
But we
I
just
definitely
not
agree
gonna be
with that.
doing it. Just because you shoot a little basketball, you run up and down the court and you got a little money in your account. Nah, that ain't what it is with us.
Well, I mean, it feeds into the narrative too, basically, in my mind, that says basically, okay, I don't want to make it a racist thing, but if you think about it, a lot
Right.
of times over the years back then, white women mostly stayed at home and took care of the children. The man, even sometimes now, the man go out and make all the bulk of the money because they make sure to marry someone that makes sure that he can bring home that amount of bread to where she has nothing else to do but take care of the children and other
Well,
small
if
deals.
well,
Most
if
black
they're
women
living,
are basically wanting to be entrepreneurs. They wanted to have that equal balance of knowing I can be that boss bitch of taking care of my children, taking care of my home, satisfying my man, and still being the boss woman that I am, and still being fabulous while doing it. So it that's a conversation in itself to be had as to the differences. But we're definitely not gonna get to that conversation tonight. But I tell you what, I think that does feed a lot into why it plays a part, into the roles. You know what I mean?
mhm,
So
mhm,
Yeah, but we don't have to stay on the topic long. But back then, a lot of women, they was allowed to stay home too. It wasn't just the Caucasian
very true,
women. You
very
know,
mhm,
true.
back in the day, the men, that's what they wanted, their wives to stay home, take care of the house, take care of the kids, and I go and work and bring the money. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it wasn't just the Caucasian women that did that.
mhm,
And then you had a
mhm,
Very
lot of
true.
them, a lot of the women, black women, they didn't really need a career. They wasn't thinking about a career. They was just thinking about being there for their kids, cooking for their husband and their family, and taking care of their family. That was the only
Well, I
thing
mean,
they was thinking
let's not
about.
forget too. I mean, equal on both sides. Let's not forget. I mean, even along those lines, with like I said, Coretta Scott King, and maybe even some of our grandparents, women's rights played a big part in it as well.
Right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
even though they were granted the right to now go out and vote and then work, it was still they were being damn near blackballed from different jobs because they
Yeah.
were a woman, and then to
Right.
make it even worse, a black woman. So, yeah, I mean, again, timelines and time change over time made a big difference up to
Mm-hmm.
the evolution of what women are today and what they're willing to deal with and not deal with. So again, it still all boils down to the individual woman herself. I
Right.
mean, we can
Mhm.
categorize, Italian, Spanish, African American, Caucasian, Brazilian, whatever. The bottom
Latina.
line is it comes
Mhm.
down to Latina. It comes down to that woman and what she's been taught and what she expects her life to look like with whatever
And what
partner she
he, and
chooses to
also
be with.
what he brings, his leadership. If he leads properly, then of course she's not
Well,
gonna have
I
any
don't, e- I
problem
don't
with
even
that.
go with that leadership shit because I feel like at the end of the day, it takes two. I mean, back in the days, we might have been cool with that in
It takes
leadership, but
two.
now
Wait,
it takes
it
two.
takes two. Don't get me wrong. It takes two. But at the end of the day, he is the head of the household. Period. Point blank. I don't care how
No.
you look at it. He is the head. Now I am.
Mm.
That's how I feel. He's the head, and yeah, I'm standing on side of him. So, but at the end of the day, yeah, and don't get me wrong. Of course, if I feel like something isn't right, or if I feel like, well, babe, you making like I don't think you should make that decision, or you go with this move this time. Of course, I'm always
Right.
there to do that. But at the end of the day, the man is the head of the household. Let's
Yeah.
just
I know over here, my husband definitely is the man of the household. We discuss things, we compromise with each other, and
yeah,
the final decision, so most of the time his ideas is better than mine because I'm like, let's just do it. But with him, he takes time, thinks things out thoroughly, you know and I'm just one of them ones that let's just jump out, and I had to realize that I just cannot jump out every time, so it has to be a balance.
yeah. It doesn't take anything from the woman. It does not take away from her. It does not make her less than who she is.
No, I
None of that.
definitely agree with that. It just to me
Yeah,
is like
none of
even
that.
with every masculine role still has to have a fragrance. And
Exactly, which is she just said, a balance.
yes, one can't
There
one
has
one
got to
can't
be a
complement
balance.
the other without one can't do without the other. So
Right.
that's the only conclusion I wanted to derive to that one can't really function without the other. I mean, even though we might give you the title as head of household, that's cool, but we still know on the back burner when it's down to the wire, it's both of us that are sitting there making a decision at the end as to those big things that need to be made decisions upon. I mean, because it's something as simple as being married. I mean, shit. He can be the head of the house all he wants to. I want to be married. If she sit there and say, "Well, now is not the right time," but listen, the fuck you gonna do? So it has to be an agreed upon decision. So
Mhm.
I, I
Mhm.
I I'll give it that. I'll take that. So we ain't to the end yet, but we are almost to the end. So basically, but last but not least, I've asked Warrior Mom to give us a little dissertation on the diagnosis of her son, our nephew Trey, his rare diagnosis, and she's agreed to kind of educate us on how that process worked, or basically whatever she has prepared for us. I want her to go ahead and kind of let us know about that now.
My son is 15. He's diagnosed with what is called pachygyria. Pachygyria is also known as smooth brain. It's whereas the your brain has all of these waves and hills and mountains. Well, with pachygyria, his um his the valleys are not as deep as they should be. Some of his valleys are not developed at all. So it affects depending on the individual and the child and where it's located at what part of the brain it's located in. It affects the cognitive, the mental, um, physical, all of these things. My son is nonverbal. He's totally dependent. He's in a wheelchair. Um, of course he vocalizes, he can play, he can sit up, he just cannot walk. So I have decided to do a nonprofit, um, which is called Pachygyria Warriors, um, to bring awareness to his disability, his diagnosis, It's rare. I actually put out about a year ago before I started my nonprofit. I actually put out a question on Instagram, asking who had heard of it or knew about it. I have nurses on my IG who messaged me and was like, "I've never heard of that. Let me go and look." And so, um, a lot of them said they didn't like what they saw when it came to it. Um, because it also comes with epilepsy. It comes with what they call muscle spasticity, which means his muscles tighten up. Eventually, they'll want to do injections to keep his muscles loosened. Um, he um he has, like I say, epilepsy. It's undiagnosed. They don't know what causes it. They don't know. We have medicine, but everything is like trial and error at this point. Um, so we'll never know if we'll ever get that under control as well. So my nonprofit is based on bringing awareness to his disability, and it's based on not just his diagnosis or his disability, is also to help other parents um, who have children or with disabilities. For the simple fact, I now have to get a lawyer to help me get guardianship of my son once he turns 18. Of course, he becomes an adult, so the state can take over. So you actually have to get a lawyer and have them to um, give you guardianship or to tutorship of your child, the child that you have gave birth to, the child that you have raised all of these years, um to give you that kind of guardianship so the state can't come in and just make decisions or take it whenever they get ready to. So my nonprofit also to help other parents, because from my understanding this is going to be a lengthy and expensive thing that I'm gonna have to pay for. Um and so I mean that's just the gist of my son and his diagnosis. Like I say, he's nonverbal. We also deal with other things that comes with that because he has that. We have what you call EOE, um, and that's whereas it's an internal allergic reaction to like dairy. Sometimes it can be seafood. It can be environment. It can be anything can cause it. So you really can't even do an allergy test to find out what's causing the allergy. So it's on the
So,
internal.
real
He'll
quick
get
question.
to go ahead.
I remember you told me, so kind of take us through, because what I remember is when you told me about what caused him to be born with this disease.
Okay. So from my understanding, it happened in the beginning, the first trimester of my pregnancy. Um, However, I now find out that I also had fibroids. Because I had those fibroids and it was not addressed, um, it also affected his development, his growth, which is what caused
Hmm.
everything to snowball.
Hmm.
Wow.
It caused him to have what they call intrauterine growth restriction because I had these fibroids. So I have these fibroids. There's no way for him to grow.
Right.
Yeah.
So I now know that that's what caused it. I threw up my whole pregnancy. I should have been hospitalized at some point. I was never hospitalized. I recently found out about the fibroids about not even a year ago. I found out I had fibroids, and that's what caused my son's disability. It
Wow.
was it was never addressed. He's 15.
So, not to disclose any of your legal business, because if it's still ongoing or anything, we don't want to talk about it. If it, have you ever even thought about maybe any kind of malpractice suit?
Um, I thought about it, but at the end of the day, I don't think it'll be worth. At this point, like I say, I don't even know. if there's a statute of limitations on that, or exactly how that would even work.
Okay.
But
So
that's definitely
are
worth
we
hard.
doing well with the process that you're doing with the attorneys and everything? Let me is there a website that we can actually or a link that we can give everybody to put up on the page we can give everybody to maybe check it out to find out more about it, or
Yeah.
to try to give to the give to the organization or nonprofit?
My there is I have do have an IG set up. I do have a Facebook set up. My the IG is Packajaria Warriors, and it's PACHYGYRIA Warriors, and it's on Instagram, and it's also and it's LLC, and so it's on Instagram, and it's the same thing on Facebook. I do put information on both of those. Um, as far as, like you say, how it began, what just at what point of gestation that it begins,
Hmm.
everything that comes with it. I also do things on with my nonprofit as far as helping people get supplies that they need, because I knew before my son was in this situation, I didn't know as far as how to go about getting a car seat for something as simple as he has to have a car seat. He's
Mm.
15 and he can sit up on his own. But because of his disability, and he would not know how to brace himself if an accident or whatever was to happen, there's a car seat that they want them to be in. So I
So
also
real
help
quick,
people.
G baby, who baby is saying we can put it in the chat with your handles and everything for the package hours. So what we can do, G baby, who baby, what we'll do is I'll put it in the description. Once we actually wrap up the live, I'll actually get that information from Warrior Mom and I'll put it in the description area so you'll be able to see it and access that page. So you can actually go there and show your support.
And so I help people get supplies they need as far as like diapers, car seats, um, it's a lot of things, a lot of services that you don't know about, a lot of help that you if you don't know, you can't get it. People don't help you.
Hmm.
Right.
Um, so I do I try to do as much as I can, do whatever it is I can to help people get whatever services they need. Um, it's times where I have stuff that I can't use. I have no problem with helping other people, donating, giving other people. Um, so it's just like I say, it's just to bring awareness to my son's disability, because it is what his diagnosis, because it is rare, and just being able to help other people. That's my, I feel like that's my purpose here
Hmm.
on earth, to be a caregiver and to help other people. That's who I am, and
Yeah.
so that's what my nonprofit is about.
Good info.
Okay. G baby, who baby says, okay, thank you. My son just got diagnosed with autism.
We also, yeah, my son has autism as well. Not just my son has autism. I have a godchild with autism. I have a niece, that's one who has not. She's one or two, has not been diagnosed with autism yet. So we do, we even do a lot of that too. We help with that too. Educational purposes,
Hmm.
because with autism, it's a lot of different stuff. That's a broad umbrella as well. Each
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
child
I
is
know.
different. Each
Yeah.
child is different, and so you just got to figure out what's best for your child, what's the best learning for your child,
Hmm.
as far as the foods, from down to the foods that they eat. Everything is has to be routine though. Kids with disabilities need routine and structure.
Right.
That's the best thing for them. As long as you can get a schedule down and you keep on that schedule, you'll be most time you'll be okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I worked with a couple of children with autism, um, with different versions, and that's very true. They usually always need some kind of rhythm. They need it more than regular children. what you would call any other child would need it, because other kids, although they bad as fuck, they get into the rhythm of certain shit, but that
Yes.
over teaching with children with autism and these kind of disabilities need to be a little bit more overzealous trying to get those things worked into their everyday life. But I will tell
Mm.
you this: I worked with one autistic kid, and I was cool with the little boy until he bust the fuck out me in the back of the head with an iPad. Then I had to quit the job, so I had to go ahead and get the fuck on around the thing. I still loved him and still dealt with him, but he assaulted me. Not like Padiddy did that woman, but he still assaulted me. So I had to get go.
I
But
also, yeah, I want my nonprofit and my IG and my Facebook page too. Is also where people, parents, or people who have, like you said, kids with autism, caregivers, to be able to have somebody to talk to vent, because we don't have a platform for that. And when you
mm,
do decide, a lot of people go, I've seen people go on TikTok and they just express themselves, and the first thing people say is, "Oh, she should have found something else to do. She should have said that somewhere else." That does not mean we don't love our kids. That
the
does
biggest
not
one I
mean.
hear when I see those videos is a bitch in the comment section saying, she act like she don't want her child, or stuff. I'm like,
And that
bitch, you ain't
cannot
got to
be
deal with that.
further
That is
from the
difficult
truth.
to deal with sometimes.
That's right. That cannot be further from the truth. Unless you have walked in these shoes, please don't tell me nothing.
Amen.
Please don't tell me nothing. You
Amen.
have no idea what my days are like. You have no idea what I go through. Like, you, there are some people who cannot take their kids to church. You get alienated. At some point, they don't invite you to birthday parties, or just like you say, you have with the little dates with the kids and all that. At
Hmm.
some point, they start to stop inviting you to play dates and stuff, because
Hmm.
your child gets alienated. So at the end of the day, please don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing about me venting. Don't tell me that I love my child no less, because I don't. I need an outlet at times.
Right.
Sometimes I need to vent and I need an outlet. And so and even with caregivers, there's a such thing as called caregiver burnout. We
Oh,
normally
oh
put
yeah.
so much into everybody else and into our kids, we forget about ourselves. We forget about who we are and that we need to take
Mhm.
care of us first. And if
Yep.
we don't take care of us, if we don't be the best us, we cannot
You
be the
can't take
best
care of
for them.
nobody else.
And we sometimes we forget that, and we don't have, unless somebody has been in your shoes, they don't understand.
Can't walk up. They
Oh,
can't
he
walk a
just
half a mile, let
bad.
alone a mile.
Oh, he just bad. You need to whoop them. This is like, that is not. I even had somebody tell me, because my baby was cutting up at therapy. Oh, he was gonna come to therapy, and what he was gonna do if you do anything to my child, Lord be with you. That's why I
Okay.
feel.
Okay.
Lord
Okay.
be with you. Like, you can't make them do anything. They are here for you to help them to fit into your world.
Hmm.
Our job is to get society and everybody around us to be able to accept them, and to know that just because they are different don't mean they don't have feelings and they don't have heart. They want to be loved and treated just like everybody else.
Yep.
And they deserve it. They've earned the right just by being here and being a human. It's like it's no different than saying slaves and people with disabilities. So it's no different. I mean, like I said, it's no different, but it's a little bit more difficult. I will say
Definitely.
that from working with them myself and seeing the parents, when the parents are having to do that work life balance thing, you still have to come home and still give your child more extra attention
Mm-hmm.
than normal, and
Yep.
still be able to prepare a meal and still be able to teach them certain basic skills. So it's nothing short of a miracle that anybody has actually been able to achieve these goals, and get. I've gone to school with some people, and they actually, aside from my dumb ass, I didn't graduate the year I was supposed to graduate, but they, on the other hand, graduated. So at the end of the day, you can't always. And I probably should have been in the special class anyway. That's probably what they told me.
You
But the
was
bottom
crazy.
line is, but the bottom line is, you can never again judge a book by its cover, because sometimes those have been some of the most ingenious people that ever even trotted this earth.
Mhm.
So
Right.
again, you have to treat people with respect and treat them with the knowing of you don't know what the fuck can become of this life, because as we know our friend, Aries, we met her. There was points in her life where she wasn't walking in a wheelchair. You know what I'm
Mhm.
Yeah.
saying? And now she's up walking around doing everything for herself that someone had to do for her at some point. So in the end, there's always hope that
Yeah.
things could change. But
Yeah.
until that change comes along, what are you willing to do, and what are you down for in the meanwhile? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
people will
And
put people, and the crazy part about it, you have women out here willing to put so much work into a man to make him to raise them and get him where his mama should have got him a long time ago. And I'm support my man, but what about your kid over here?
Mhm.
But you don't understand. No, bitch, I understand perfectly. It seems like you're getting your cat scratched over there on that side, so you're too busy worried about this child, but you're not. I mean, worried about this man, but you're not equally yoked worried about your children. So
Mhm.
mhm.
each each
Yeah.
each case is different. So, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm glad that I'm affiliated with people that at least that are in this position, that are. I'm gonna go ahead and say are blessed to be in that position, are able to handle it because God didn't give you no more you can bear in the first place, and you're
Yeah.
doing it with such grace and
Yeah.
such elegance. And I got to say, with you doing all that you do with Trey, and still
Mhm.
manage to get down here and deal with our funk ass on the live and shit in the timely fashion,
Mhm.
we still got to say hats off to you for still being a mother
Yeah.
with a special needs child and still making it happen
Mhm.
and doing it to death. I mean, shit,
Yeah.
making it look good.
Yeah. But
But
not only, not to cut you off, AJ, but
uh huh.
not only that, is that Warrior Mom has raised nieces, nephews. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just her son that she have to deal with. She have to deal with nieces, nephews, making sure the brothers, her brothers have, her sister-in-law have. She have to make
Mom.
sure the mom has. It's like she takes care of everyone, and I know it be tiresome sometimes, well, all the time, but God is definitely with her, and
Oh
she's
yeah.
definitely been blessed, you know. So, my head goes off to you, Warrior Mom, because
Thank
you are one of the best, because
you. Thank
again, not only you and Trey, you have your nieces, your nephews that you have literally raised,
Mm-hmm.
you
I
know,
agree.
and their parents is right there, but yet they still lean on you, and you have a whole nother responsibility that needs your time, and you have been doing it with honor and no complaints. It's just you just do it because
you.
it
Yeah.
has to be
It has to
done,
be done. Yeah.
you know, and there's no other way that I can
And we're gonna
say
find
that.
some kind of way to get your motherfucking ass on the trip. Uh, we're
Right.
gonna we're
Just
gonna
let me
find a way to
tell
get
you.
Trey left in the
I
care of
just
somebody very
said
responsible. We got to get you on a trip. We got to get on our mission. We got a mission, and that's one of the first parts of it because we got to get you out of there for a minute to have some time to spend alone to have a good time on your own. And of
Yes.
course, hopefully, we can be able to set up, with your foundation, we can actually set up a lot of other moms to actually be able to afford the same, amenities. But until then, which ain't gonna be very long, unfortunately, I guess we gotta leave y'all. We're an hour and 43 minutes in. Is there anything you guys want to tell the audience before we go?
um G baby. Not just you, but anybody else. You just said about your son with autism. Reach out to me. You don't have to do it by yourself. You not alone. Hey, reach out to me. Like I say, AJ gonna put it um
In the description box,
in the
yeah.
description box. Um, I wanna say it just yeah, he gonna put it in there, and like I say, one way or another we'll get in contact with each other. Or either I just might message you on here, and hey, just reach out. Anybody, any questions, anything you need, I'm here. I'm here. This is what I do. I love doing what I do. I love helping other people. I know what it's like to be in this situation. Like I said, like they just said, it's been I haven't had a free weekend in 14 years, 15 years. So, hey, I know what it's like. Reach out.
Chocolate girl, anything you want to tell the cousins before we go?
Um, Cousins, just want to let y'all know, you know, life is too precious. Make sure you enjoy every moment.
Yeah.
Well, all I have to say is basically, if this is your first video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe bell and make sure that that ensures that when we do these lives and these we upload. I've been drinking too much. You'll be one of the first ones to come in the comment section and comment and talk to us and in the live comment section and be able to interact with us as we have some other plans for our guests. And please make sure that you share these videos with someone, share them with another cousin, share them with a family member, share them with your auntie, share them with your grandma Mamie that's over at the house doing nothing but drinking coffee all day, eating biscotti cookies, or or sharing with your coworker, sharing with your other cousin. But before I leave too, I'll say this much. Please make sure to look in the description box, description section after the live is over. There's going to be some information that is going to be beneficial to some people in there. And as I always say before we leave, I always tell you I love you guys so much. I ask you guys for so much, and you give me so much more in return. And for that, I have to stop and say thank you. But most and foremost, please love on yourself first and foremost,
Yes.
and love on anybody else or that's willing to love on you in the same
Right.
capacity because anybody got time for no lame yet. We ain't got time to be fucking around. G
Right.
baby, who baby, please make sure you check that description section because I'm gonna drop that information in from Warrior Mom as soon as possible. We have so much more coming for you guys. Please make sure to join us next week on our live at 8:15 on next Wednesday. We will have more commentary and more fuckery and bullshit going on for y'all, and hopefully more information and inspiration for you guys by the time we're done. So until next Wednesday, love you guys and see you all next week.
Have a nice week,
Good
y'all.
night. See
Good
y'all next
night.
week.